Hello everyone, today I'll be showing my bookshelf. Reorganized it too. Puzzles that I've already completed. Printer, I'm going to put a book under it so it doesn't stall and it actually eats the paper. This, let's scroll down. Top shelf, all of my mostly institutional reading of state hospitals, institutions for the undesired, so to speak. I have 3 books on Willowbrook and waiting for another 4th book, well, when I can afford it. I think there are 2 more books about Willowbrook on my Amazon wish list. I have Genie. I have the Tori Hayden books. I think I need 1 more. Institution, Wild West, preschool history special ed in Seattle book I will address another time. This one you don't see the title to is about Julius Rosenwald and his Rosenwald schools, which are basically the first edition of charter schools for all Black populations in the deep South states during Jim Crow. But more on that topic later. Washington State History, the 8th grade / high school edition, and then the 4th grade edition. And then recently we just got a bunch of new Big Fat Notebook books. We got the Geometry, Chemistry, and Biology to add to the collection. I believe there's 1 more we need to add, the Algebra. I haven't bought it yet. So these are kind of my more education and then one-room schoolhouse anthologies. I love reading about one-room schoolhouses and old country schools. And these 2 are just gifted children making the choice when typical school doesn't fit your atypical child. Those are pretty good books. They're really thin, quick reads, kind of like pamphlets almost. And all my other nonfiction. Homer and Langley was about basically the male version of Grey Gardens. Hoarders. Confessions of a Prairie Bitch is Allison Arngrim from Little House on the Prairie and her life story. Why are the Black kids sitting together in the cafeteria? I've skimmed through that and then I realized, wow, this is very heavy reading. It's a good sociology story about like cliques and your comfort zone of social norms and whatnot, especially in school, but also in the workplace. I love reading from Matt Paxton's opinion. He's fun. Deaths in Yellowstone, accidents and foolhardiness in the national park. Mainly like 1,000 Ways to Die, but in Yellowstone. A book written by my dad, Degrassi, another book on race. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. I recommend it. If you know that you were raised by narcissists and selfish people, that's the book for you. Educated by Tara Westover. Tara Westover, what was she, a Jube? She grew up in a fundamentalist Christian family background dynamic that was really screwed up and completely all wrong, and then she left it. And I've gone through it a couple of times, and I ended up ordering the large print version, so kind of heavy reading at that point. Selected Letters of Laura Ingalls Wilder. And that goes well with my one-room schoolhouse books. Mostly old diary entries and lots of anthologies and like historians collecting information. Now we're gonna go down. We have my textbooks. This math book, Scott Forsman, Edison Wesley, was my 2nd grade math book, and I recently bought it on Amazon for like $5. Math and Focus, Saxon 5.4, Spanish, an 87 encyclopedia, Spanish. A lot of teachers' books right here, some practice workbooks for Spanish and grammar and math and more spelling and learning works, figuratively speaking. That's like a middle school level, but that's challenging for me. Just the material, the ideas. And then a U.S. History Detective, which are pretty good. I have a bunch of those quick notes pamphlets, and then an old Scholastic writing homework book. There's my little history books right here, including a McGuffey. Right here is my husband's books. Right here, these are my husband's books. And then right here it has more educational materials, some 3D science resource books, an atlas book, a bunch of picture books, some I Can Read books, and they organize them by level. And then I have these books. I have Holes, I have Scorpions, Forgotten Fire, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, After, Tuck Everlasting, and a Dear America book. Also Chicken Soup with Rice. And a couple of other skinny books. Okie dokie. And that's it. That's the bookshelf. Have a great day.